Alright guys, it's Bane here with hopefully a short video. Alright, so what I did was I made an extension. It's called FGPX-OSE. And what it allows you to do is to take any 2E adventure on the store, load it up in Old School Essentials, and basically generate the Old School Essential NPC for it. So, I converted a lot of the B and both X modules that are on the store, and so when I wrote this rule set, I made sure that it would work inside Old School Essentials, but the NPCs don't work, right? Weapons and armor give a few issues. It'll transcribe them over, but you're going to have to make sure you go update the AC and then add the weapon die for the weapon attack. But like parcels and everything else, treasure, that all, starts over. So what I did here was I loaded the FGPX OSE extension. I also loaded the universal module extension that Dan made. I've been debating on whether I'm going to add permissions to the rule set to open up 2E modules, but I don't think I am, because doing this is kind of a little, just slightly more advanced, and a newer player might get confused if they try to open up their 2E player handbook and it doesn't work. I don't know why they would, but I just kind of, I think for now we'll stick with having to load the universal module extension. So when you get all that loaded, you just go in here and you find it. I'm going to load Queen's Harvest, this is going to load the one that's actually on the store. And so it's real easy to do. You can see that there's no NPCs for Queen's Harvest in here. It doesn't even populate. So we'll just go to Uncategorize, and we'll make a blank one. So what the extension does is it puts this little gnome right here. And we're going to go to Queen's Harvest, and we're going to open the encounters. So you'll notice that even though there's no NPCs, the encounters work. Everything else works, right? So what we're going to do is let's just get a good encounter with a token. Let's use... Oh yeah, he's good. Alright, so we'll use Segreb the Ogre and his trained owlbear. Alright, so all you do is, real quick thing, if you try to click on this link, it's going to generate an NPC record, but it's not going to be populated by anything but the name, and it's actually going to break a lot of these fields. So what you do is you take this link and you just drag it over to the gnome. Okay, so you can see that we got Segreb. He's got a hit dice 4+1, hit points 18, movement large, they go 15. It put his saves in there. Look at that, all of that, right? So it didn't give that. So it's going to fill in what's in the database for this module. And so if there is no number appearing because he's a named monster, or there is no treasure type because it's listed in a parcel, it's not going to be filled in, right? But it is going to list his attacks, right? And these are rollable. We can just roll them. There you go. And let's see if there's any notes. Yep. And so his little stat block got put over there. Kind of neat. And then we could just take this token and add it right there. And then we can unlock this. Oh, man, I hate when I do that. So we actually are going to have to make a copy of this. Let's see. And which is actually convenient, because now we can export this. So we're going to delete him now. And we're going to add Segreb to this. Nice. And then we're going to do our owlbear. We're going to do the same thing. So he's got a bunch of attacks. So his attacks are both paws, a hug, 2d8, and 2 claws, okay, and a bite. So there's the hug. So the name didn't get transferred over. I might look at the code and see if I can do that. There's a whole bunch of attack ones. And then we got 2 claws and then his peck. Is that what it is? 2 claws, 1 bite? Yep, all 1d8. So you can see he's F3, ML9, C, 175. Pretty cool, right? Did all that. Saved a bunch of time. Did it capture that? Yep, HD just 5, 0. Okay, and then we can just take his token and we can add him to here and delete him, and still has the thing on there. Now this is ready to go. I could actually go and just, if I wanted to, I could just open the combat tracker and add them to it, and there they are. Look at that. So pretty cool. It'll speed things up a little bit. It's still a work in progress. So if anyone has any kind of feedback or something maybe isn't quite working right, just let me know and I'll fix it up for you. Thanks.